No, that wasn't a clip from the Patriots training camp. That was an airport employee showcasing NFL caliber footwork to drive past the line and get the tackle. Not on the quarterback. In this case, it was a disgruntled customer, which is problematic, but he's not going to need that job long anyways, because if I'm an NFL agent and I see this, he's at least getting on the practice squad. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Today, I got two Brainworms clips for you. The first one we're going to watch is a little less kind of hilarious than that one in the intro, a little darker, in fact, but warranted. Let's take a peek. We're going to get segged in here by this local news station that reported on it over a week ago. The case has since developed, but let's get you up to speed.
9 tonight, we start with a brutal first-hand look at violence unfolding inside of a Wendy's that was happening up in Prescott Valley. Police tell us tonight that they say one of those fast food workers actually knocked out a customer out cold after punching him right in the face.
That's right. A 35-year-old Wendy's employee named Antoine Kendrick came out from behind the counter and cheap shot punched a man, 67-year-old man, mind you, while he was hunched over licking his Frosty, allegedly because the man was rude to him over something food-related.
This video shows the moment things turned violent inside the store on July 26th.
Here we go.
Prescott police say a customer was complaining about his food order. Seconds
Looks
later,
like
the
3
Wendy's
Frosties.
employee, identified as Antoine Kendrick, comes out from behind the counter and punches the man in the head, knocking him unconscious.
Antoine brings out what looks like a Frosty triple play. Old guy is immediately disgruntled. Maybe he didn't fill it to the brim. Who fucking knows? Old people complain about everything. Next thing you know, Antoine's on the other side of the counter knocking the dude's daylights out while he's balls deep in his Frosty, doesn't even know it's coming. 67-year-old dude, KO'd, sent him to a local hospital, airlifted, critical condition. Boop! Update, a week later, he died. But we'll get to that in a second.
That was a pretty hard hit. That was a Mike Tyson hit.
All right, don't give him that much credit. If that was a Mike Tyson hit, the man's head would have come clean off his body. All right, still terrible.
The man falls to the ground as Kendrick grabs his belongings and walks out.
But the dude just goes to the back, grabs his things. He's like, all right, I know this is going to probably end badly, and he just walks out of the Wendy's. By the way, I'm censoring the impact because of the eventual outcome and the way YouTube is pretty weird about these types of things.
That's terrible.
Each person told me they've had a good experience at this Wendy's and were surprised about this violent act.
I've been living up here for 20 years and never had anything like that.
You know, I've been coming to this Wendy's for 20 years, and I have not gotten knocked out yet.
I went inside the store to ask employees what they heard and saw before violence unfolded. They said they are not able to comment.
Yeah, so the Wendy's workers are on a pretty tight NDA, it sounds like. And now that the story progressed, in this news from a couple days ago, the man, after a week of being in a coma, went on to pass away. Clearly, this is going to be an absolute shitstorm, not only for the Wendy's, but for Antoine as well, who now faces second-degree murder charges instead of aggravated assault. Over a fucking Frosty. 2 lives absolutely ruined. I've said it for years here doing the Brainworms thing. Restraint and poise will get you so much farther in your life than letting your emotions make you act irrationally. We only get one shot at life, and you're going to throw 20, 30, 40 years away because you couldn't control your emotions for just an instant and you accidentally killed a guy. There's nothing alpha about this shit. Defending your pride or throwing hands when someone disrespects you, that's all fucking weakness. Not being able to control your emotions is a weakness that led to a man dying, a man losing the rest of his life to a probable jail sentence. Anyways, not a lot of funny in that one, but definite Brainworms. Moving on to the one that's a little more lighthearted.
You haven't lost your mind. Don't touch me ever in your life. You touched me first, and then you got in my face.
You have lost your mind. Don't touch me ever in your life. Coming in right at the heat of battle, as is tradition, we are in the Spirit Airlines terminal and things are getting heated between what looks like a disgruntled customer and, at the moment, a more disgruntled Spirit Airlines employee. Now, I've never flown Spirit Airlines personally, but I've always heard nasty shit about them on the internet, like their planes are made out of spare toaster parts and there's less room than a sardine can. And as a large man, that's unacceptable. I need room to breathe. I got big legs. Now, I'm not sure what happened with this woman, but she was clearly not pleased with something Spirit Airlines related and was bitching until this employee had clearly had enough.
Don't ever invade
Get out of my bag! Get out of my bag!
Uh-oh, she's... Oh.
I'm here.
You fucking...
I'm here.
You're
touching me again.
You're fucking
You're touching me again.
You could clearly see the moment she went from holding it in to absolutely seeing red. This is the funny thing about human emotions. It's like you have this breaking point in a lot of people where it's like you're just simmering, and then that one thing and you're... You want that one thing to eventually push you over the edge because it's gratifying to lose control in a weird way. Never leads to desirable results, but there is a bit of selfishness that comes along with succumbing to our emotional desires, in this case, anger. She starts spitting out F-slurs, I think making fun of his titties. I can't tell. She said,
It's all on camera. You touched me.
like, what are we doing here?
She can't put her hands on me.
Like, so up to this point, like, this is just two people that have too much pride and ego to just let something go, right? That's always the case with these types of fight. Like, people that, like, stand next to each other and scream for, like, 20 minutes, like, who's gonna make the first move? Just walk away, bro. Like, who gives a shit? What do you have to gain out of this situation other than indulging your selfish desires to flip the handle because you were disrespected or whatever? Just no rational thought ever takes place in these types of cases. Now, things got heated because she came in there with a little pop, little over the top slap in the face. My man's not pumping. Take a look. Oh. Chop him, get to her. Ow! Yes.
Okay, stop it!
I'm saying, dude, that move right there would have given an all-star offensive lineman a run for his money. Look at the foot and the handwork. Drive the feet, got him. My high school football D-line coach would have just creamed in his pants if he saw that. That is exemplary work. Unfortunately, this isn't the best context to showcase those kind of skills, but the point remains. This man should have played D1 college football, missed opportunity, or maybe he did and just didn't make it to the NFL, and now he's got to find other ways to he's got to find other ways to utilize those lost talents.
Okay, stop it! Hey!
So he follows it up with kind of like an over-the-top, just right hook a little bit. Starts to get people a little heated. The whole, like, guy versus girl debate obviously goes crazy in this case. Bunch of men stand up and start standing up first since there was some physicality brought forth.
Put your hands on me! No, get the everybody back off from me!
He's not pleased.
Watch out, man. You ain't gonna fight that woman, bro. You're not gonna fight that woman. You got the wrong person. Don't fight that woman.
Like, this guy...
You got the wrong person.
Like, you're just not gonna win, bro. Like, the whole debate of, like, oh, never put your hands on a woman. You should be able to defend yourself, but you can't... Like, in this case, you're not gonna win. Like, she's walking away and you're still going after her. There's just gonna be dudes there that are gonna put you in your place. She got a little cheap shot on you. You followed it up with the footwork and then tackle in the over-the-top right. Should have been enough, probably too much. Now it's just getting a little extra, and you're just letting the emotions run rampant, and you gotta reel it in.
Hey, relax.
This guy's not having it. I'll kick you.
I fight whoever. Take a deep breath. Put your hands on me. I fight whoever. Knock your bitch out.
So this old hat's getting pretty chivalrous here, which the guy, I mean, he's doing what he has to do to diffuse the situation. I guess not really diffuse it, but they're doing the same thing. Look at them rubbing tits together, just yelling at each other. Like, I don't understand it. I really don't.
Knock your bitch ass. Knock me out. Knock me out. It's okay. You saw what she did.
This is the best reply to this tweet by far. Need this type of effort from our D-line this year. Honestly, that looked like an incredible execution of a football drill. That's how it struck me. Oh my God. We are aware of this altercation. Our vendor at DFW has suspended the agent. Spirit Airlines does not tolerate violence of any kind, and we are working with local law enforcement to investigate this matter. Spirit Airlines, of course, chiming in on Twitter to try and save face. Obviously, you're going to get suspended for that, regardless of who you think is at fault. Valeria not happy about that. Suspended him for what? He was just defending himself. Stand by and protect your employees if you don't tolerate violence. The important takeaway here is that this man should have never had this job in the first place. He should have had a multi-million-dollar NFL contract. What an absolute miscarriage of justice that he is not on the field somewhere. Hands! Chop the feet! You should be tackling cornerbacks, not bitches, bro! What is wrong with you? Brainworms! Please make sure you hip thrust that motherfucking like button and subscribe for me. I'd appreciate it greatly. Peace.